Why hello there beautiful people, welcome back to Crayniaq Gaming. We are back with the Mavericks MyLeague series here on NBA 2K20. Now make sure you guys hit that like button, hit the sub button if you're new as well. Also hit the notification bell to join the notification gang. And we're going to keep it rolling here guys as we head into our next matchup, taking on the New Orleans Pelicans. And this is actually our first away game that we're showing at very least. So we're not going to be in the American Airlines Center for this matchup against the Pelicans, and unfortunately, we're not going to be seeing #1 overall pick Zion Williamson in this game. I believe he's sitting out with an injury, unfortunately, so some of the luster for this game has kind of been removed with Zion not playing in this one. But we'll still see Lonzo Ball, we'll still see Brandon Ingram, and a few other players as well. But it just really sucks that we're not going to see Zion in this game because I was really looking forward to going up against him. And the Pelicans, just not a very strong team anyways. They're sitting at 6-14 on the year, and they're pretty much towards the bottom of the barrel as far as Western Conference teams go. They're not at the very bottom, but they're definitely near there, along with the Grizzlies and Thunder. Looking at the starting lineups, we got Doncic, Evans, Anthony, Porzingis, and Marjanovic starting for us. They got Lonzo, JJ Redick, Brandon Ingram, Derek Favors, and Jahlil Okafor starting for them. Okafor wins the opening tip, and here we go. Lonzo Ball taking the ball up the court. And now here's Favors handing it off to Ingram. They're running a little bit of a two-man game here. But Melo and Porzingis shut it down, so they have to reset. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Now Okafor coming over for the pick. And Porzingis still with it. But here's Ingram pulling up for two, and no good, rebounded. And a big dunk by Derek Favors, and the Pelicans get on the board first. Now, we tie the ball game up with a few free throws. But Okafor there with a nice jumper, and we tied up with some more free throws. Okafor goes up, gets Boban jumping, and gets the easy layup. So 6-4 Pelicans. Here's Doncic pulling up for two, and he gets it. Soft defense there from Redick. And now the Mavericks in transition. Nelson Evans going to go up for the dunk and gets it. And the Mavericks take the lead for the first time in this game. It's 8-6, but then Favors with a nice backdoor cut. Able to get the bucket to tie it back up at 8. Evans going to pull it for three. If you sag off, your swag's off. Ingram just backed up way too far, and Evans hits an easy three. Evans wide open from the wing, gonna hit another three. Makes it 14-9 Mavericks. Here's KP going up with it, gets the bucket, and it's 16-9. Here's Lonzo driving inside, right behind DeLon Wright, and he gets the bucket. 16-11 is the score now. And Doncic driving inside, lays it up, and it's good, despite the good defense in the paint. So it's 18-11 now, and just horrible defense there by Doncic as Ingram gets an easy layup. Now 3.5 minutes to go. Evans lays it up, and it might have been blocked by Okafor. But anyways, transition now. Here's Ball in the corner, and he's going to hit the three. Lonzo's still a really good shooter. People really forget about it sometimes because he goes into all these slumps. But an easy three there, and that layup no good. Would have tied it up. Mavericks in transition. Here's DeLon Wright laying it up and good. Make it a 4-point game. Just over 2 minutes to go. Mavericks again in transition. This time Jalen Brunson pulls up with the mid-range jumper and makes it a 6-point ball game. So Nickeil Alexander-Walker gets double teamed, but he gets right past it and goes in for the dunk to make it a 4-point game. And then Porzingis with a layup there. Really soft defense as we take a 6-point lead now into the second quarter. And a big steal there by Josh Hart. He's in transition. And a big block by Dwight Powell runs it down. We go into transition, and Wright going to go the other way. And that's a 4-point turnaround as we get a layup there to make it an 8-point game. And right there, Tim Hardaway Jr. just loses sight of Josh Hart. He gets an easy layup. Here's Hart again, pulling up for two. In transition, gets the bucket. Josh Hart looking good so far in this game. And then a wide open Nikola YNW Melli with the three. He got murder on his mind. And now it's a 5-point game under 10 minutes to go in the half. And a nice layup there. Hayes makes it a 3-point game. And now a backdoor drive by DeLon Wright. Gets the layup. And it's a 5-point game. And now here's the pass. JJ Redick open for three. And that is one guy you cannot leave open. No matter how old he gets, JJ Redick's still dangerous from three. And a good pass there by Melo to lead to a 2. Now Redick going to drive inside with the floater. Makes it a 2-point game again. Under 8 minutes to go. Hardaway going to drive inside. Gets the bucket. And he makes it a 4-point game. 7.5 minutes to go. Crayniaq driving inside, kicks it out to a wide open Nicolo Melli. And he's still got murder on his mind, hitting a 3 there. And it's a 1-point game. And now a big steal there by Hardaway. He passes it to right. He's going to take it to the rack, picks up the foul and the bucket. Alexander Walker called for the foul. And it's a 4-point Maverick lead again. Pelicans not going away, though, as Derek Favors with the backdoor cut gets the layup. And now 4.5 minutes to go in the half. Nelson Evans goes up. No good. Rebounded by Boban. He goes back up with it and good. Boban already has 11 rebounds in this game. And it's a 6-point ball game under 4 minutes to go. Lonzo gets right by DeLon Wright, who loses him. And he got some hops as well. Don't forget about that. It's a 4-point game. Melo with a layup over 2 defenders. Gets the bucket. And it's a 6-point game. Now a 7-point Mavericks lead. And here's Ingram pulling up, gets the jumper despite the defense by Doncic. And it's a 5-point game. Doncic going to take it in himself, lays it up, and good over the head of Ingram. And it's a 7-point Mavericks lead. Here's Ingram driving inside, passes it into Favors, and he does the Pelicans a favor by getting them 2 more points. And time winding down in the second quarter still. Doncic takes it to the hoop. Good. Okafor just doing a piss-poor job of defending the paint. Here are the Mavericks in transition. Porzingis inside to Evans, who's going to jam it down. And it's a 9-point Mavericks lead. Time winding down in the second quarter now. Evans inside to Boban, who dunks it this time. 6 points, 14 rebounds in the first half for Boban. And now here's Lonzo pulling up from the corner. Good. And he makes it an 8-point game going into the half. Mavericks still have the lead, but the Pelicans definitely not going away quietly in this one. Honestly, with Zion, I feel like this would have been a much tougher matchup at this point. I mean, I really didn't expect the Pelicans to play as well as they have without Zion. They do have 4 steals in this game. And we are out-rebounding them, but they're still shooting pretty well from the field, 45%. But a really good first half from Nelson Evans, who had 12 points and is shooting 4 for 8 from the field in 15 minutes. So now we head into the second half. And the Mavericks looking to blow this game open as Boban pulls up inside the paint and good to make it a 10-point lead. Now the Mavericks in transition. Evans going to pass inside to Doncic, who goes up and puts it down for a dunk, and that's a 12-point lead, the largest lead in the game for the Mavericks up to this point. Okafor going to go up for a layup to slow the bleeding down just a little bit. Still a 10-point game. Here's Evans again, passing out to Boban, who's going to pull up for 2. Easy money there. A 12-point lead for the Mavericks again. Here's Okafor driving inside. Melo just steps out of the way, trying to avoid getting put in the poster. And Okafor makes it a 10-point game. But then Evans going to answer right back with a mid-range jumper. 61-49 is the score. And now here's Okafor, able to get an easy layup right past Boban. And now here's Evans and Porzingis running a little 2-man game. Porzingis off balance, still gets the bucket though. Mavericks take a 12-point lead yet again, but the Pelicans not going away. J.J. Redick with the mid-range jumper makes it a 10-point game. Just going back and forth at this point. Pelicans really not letting the Mavericks blow them out quite yet as Evans hits a mid-range jumper to make it a 12-point game. And then Lonzo misses a shot, and that might be what the Mavericks need. And Evans going to drive inside, passes to Porzingis, who lays it up, and good. Evans showing off some of the playmaking ability he has as well. As the Pelicans burn a timeout, they're now down 14. Here's the pass over. Melli going to pull up for 3. And no good, but it's tipped back in by Hayes. And he makes it a 12-point game. Pelicans still trying to cut into the lead here. Pass out to Melli. Pulls up for a 2 and hits it. So it looks like he got mixed personalities. He can hit it from 2 or 3. So now it's a 10-point game. Powell going to pull up for the mid-range jumper. Hits it. So our center is doing a pretty good job with the mid-range game in this one. Now a 12-point game, but NAW attacking us, laying it up. Porzingis called for his first foul of the game. It's a 9-point game after the free throw. And a missed 3 there, but it's rebounded by Powell, who puts it back up to make it an 11-point game. Under 6 minutes to go. Doncic going to lay it up in transition. Makes it a 13-point game. We're doing a pretty good job defensively now as Wright passes inside to Powell, lays it up, and good. And now it's a 15-point lead for the Mavericks. Lonzo trying to do what he can to slow the bleeding down, and he gets a bucket there from close range to make it a 13-point game. DeLon Wright driving inside, going to float it over the head of Hayes, and he gets the bucket, and we're back up by 15. Mavericks not all the way back on defense now, and Porzingis makes him pay with a dunk. We're on a 10-2 run now. And then here's a big three by Doncic. He drains it, and it's a 20-point Mavericks lead now. Doncic going to pass inside to Porzingis, who's going to slam it down again. And it's a 22-point lead. We're starting to blow him out here. Evans going to pass to Porzingis. He's going to pull up with the hook, and he gets it. 86-82 is the score now. And a missed three there. Evans goes back up with it and gets the layup. And that is a 13-0 run for the Mavericks. Evans going to pull up for two, and he gets it. Now a 15-0 run. The Pelicans have just fallen asleep in this one. Now a big steal here by Doncic. He's going to take it himself. Goes up for a big dunk. And we end the quarter on a 17-0 run. So at that point, I just decided, let's just simcast the rest of the game. We end up winning this one 116-90. And Nelson Evans leads the team with 24 points, 9 assists, just one shy of a double-double. Doncic had 19, Wright had 18, Hardaway had 15, Porzingis had 14, Boban with 10 and 18, a double-double for him. On the Pelicans side, Lonzo Ball with 19 points to lead the team. Redick had 16 points, 4 for 6 from three-point range. Lonzo went 3 for 3. And they really just missed Zion in this game, it seems like. Okafor added 16, but overall, I was just expecting a much tougher matchup from the Pelicans, but I didn't realize Zion wasn't going to be playing until I decided to play this game. And at that point, I was just like, screw it. So we're going to sim 2 more games in this one. It's going to be a short video, but the Mavericks taking on the Timberwolves in the next game. It was a pretty close game at halftime, but the Timberwolves take care of us 125-117. And Doncic ended up having 30 points in this one, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. Porzingis with 27, Evans with 13. So not as good of a game as he had in the previous one against the Pelicans. And Karl Anthony Towns with 33 points, 17 rebounds, 4 blocks for him in this game. 7 different Timberwolves had 10 points or more. And just an overall good game for the Timberwolves. So now we actually played the Pelicans a second time in Sim. And this one, the result would pretty much be the same thing, 118-94. Now, Zion actually played in this game. We'll get to that in just a moment. But Doncic with 33 points. Porzingis and Boban both have double-doubles. Porzingis had 24 points. Evans had 15. Boban had 14. And Hardaway had 13. Zion Williamson actually played in this game, like I said. 24 points, 13 rebounds in a losing effort. Ingram had 13. Okafor had 13 and 10. Lonzo only had 8 points in that game, so not as good of a game as he had previously, but that's going to do it for this video, guys. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit the sub button if you're new as well. Also, click the notification bell to join the notification gang. And if you like what I do in the channel and you want to support me in a more personal way, definitely consider becoming a patron. The links will be in the description below. A big shout out to all my patrons and Twitch subs. For Patreon, we got Franchise Gaming, V-Dub Productions, Zach Brader, Colin Mentor, and Joshua Fernald. And for Twitch subs, we got Schmitzy and C Codas. So if you guys want to join the ranks of my Twitch subs and patrons, the links are going to be in the description as always. But as always, patronage donations and Twitch subs are never required for me to do what I do, but they're always very much appreciated. And even $1 a month definitely helps this channel out exponentially. But that's going to do it for me, guys. You have yourselves a wonderful rest of your day and night whenever you're watching this. And like I always say, guys, no matter what happens, make sure you guys keep that mofo rolling. And I'm out of here. Deuces.
God, they tryna turn me to a monster. Every year I'm a conquer. Okay, see, I bring the thunder. Walking in humble, Ali Muhammad. Sting you like Bumble. Running with pride. 10 over, I still with bliss. I don't fumble blind.